For further directions, if I talk too quickly for you, is 688-6500. They will be glad to see you. Don, as you mentioned, the countdown is on. 2,000 turkeys with really less than 24 hours to go.
All right, we're spreading the word, Gail. Thanks for that report.
Okie doke.
This week, Dan Kane's been out shopping for the kind of gifts that will get this response. Thanks, I love it. Certainly great words to hear during the holiday season. Tonight, Dan gives us a crash course on video games.
The holiday season means more than the sound of sleigh bells to kids. There are also the bleeps and bloops we've come to know as Sega Nintendo notes. If somebody on your shopping list has their hearts and minds set on a video game system, and it's not an IBM system or one of those, essentially what you're talking about is one of three things. The Panasonic 3DO, which is world-class graphics, really exciting, really wonderful, really expensive, about $700. Or the other two systems, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo. The difference between these two, Sega Genesis plays Sega Genesis games, Super Nintendo plays, you guessed it, Super Nintendo games. Fans and manufacturers will argue the advantages of one system over the other, but there is a huge range of games available for both, and several unique to each.
Super Nintendo has Mario Brothers.
Right.
Genesis has Sonic. They're both two good games. If your kids were brought up on regular Nintendo, maybe they prefer Super Nintendo. If they like the sports games, like the wrestling or the new football that just came out, maybe they prefer Genesis.
If the person on your list has expressed a preference, you're home free, relatively. But if he or she hasn't, the best thing to do is go to a store that sells the games and talk with the salespeople. As for the games themselves, both companies are coming out with new products this holiday season. Nintendo has NHL Stanley Cup hockey, and boy, you do have to love these graphics. The Super Mario Brothers are out, starring those Super Mario Brothers, exclusive to Nintendo. There's Mental Combat for the little nippers that like to pack a punch, and also NCAA basketball. Both systems have Jurassic Park games. This one is from Sega. Sega also has Sonic the Hedgehog in something called Spinball, looks like fun. And in the odd department, how about Toe Jam and Earl? A big hit, I'm told, with the younger set. And here's a holiday tip. Rather than buying, why not rent the games and see how well they go over with the kids before you lay out $40 to $70 to buy one? On the Pop Watch, Dan Kane, Channel 3, Eyewitness News.
And tonight at 11, Dan's going to show us some other hot video games for the holidays, as well as some things you might want to add to your system to give it a little more punch.
Games are incredible, aren't they? Still ahead at 6 o'clock. Want to know how the Thanksgiving holiday forecast is shaping up?
Hilton's going to be here with the latest weather outlook. We'll be right back.
There's late news tonight. Their children were killed from deadly carbon monoxide fumes just weeks ago. Now, more carbon monoxide problems plague the Dulude family of Suffield. They were home today around 4 o'clock when their newly installed carbon monoxide detectors went off. Firefighters arriving on the scene found high levels of carbon monoxide in the air. The cause of the November 11th poisoning has not been pinpointed, and fire officials aren't sure what set off the alarms today. James Dulude Jr., Jennifer Dulude, and a friend, Jennifer Brewer, died in that poisoning 2 weeks ago.
Sad story.
This time of the year with cold weather coming on, your furnace has got to work.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do have some chilly weather coming.
We've got a change in temperatures due to arrive just about the time Thanksgiving gets here. Now, these temperatures aren't that cold, although you probably will want to use your furnace tonight. 51 degrees at the Channel 3 New England Weather Service in Hartford and 49 in New Haven. Easterly winds in New Haven at 5 miles an hour. And let's check live Doppler 3 radar. It's set on the 75-mile range, and it shows no precipitation echoes over Connecticut. It can pinpoint where precipitation is close up. Let's look at NEXRAD. NEXRAD, the National Weather Service radar, centered at Brookhaven, Long Island. It is in the precipitation mode. Why? Well, it's doing what it does best for us. It's looking deep into the Atlantic Ocean and finding some light rain showers way out in the Atlantic Ocean beyond the range of any Connecticut-based radar. The good news is wet weather is not moving toward us. Temperatures on the chilly side, but not terribly cold. 40s western Massachusetts. On the shoreline, 49 degrees in New Haven, 50 in Bridgeport, 46 in New London. Tomorrow, a big travel day. If you're commuting along I-95 on the shoreline or taking Metro North tomorrow morning for the rush hour, light winds, temperatures 30s and 40s. And across the nation, if you're traveling, all the foul weather will be out in the plain states. widespread snow, Arctic cold, midwinter cold in the northern plains, and some of that cold air getting in here for Thursday. So here's your forecast then. Taking us into Turkey Day. Tonight, partly cloudy, 30s inland, near 40 on the shoreline. And for tomorrow, those clouds will increase, 53 to 57 inland on the shoreline, low to mid-50s. And for tomorrow night, look at this. If you're traveling, chance of rain or snow, just flurries. It's going to be light, but could be a problem. 20 to 25 inland, and on the shoreline, temperatures in the 20s. That's much colder than for Thursday, a wintry day. Sunny but cold in the 30s. So your 5-day planner, plan on it. Much colder weather for Thursday and Friday. Chilly for Saturday and Sunday as well, and we'll have to watch and see if we have any big storms over the holiday. Right now, none before the holiday.
Okay. Thanks, Hilton.
Well, Dave Smith coming along next with 6 o'clock sports. He'll tell us about the premature promotion that Larry Bird is joining Magic Johnson at the Civic Center next week.
And the Celtics could have used Bird in one of their worst losses in franchise history. We'll have highlights for you coming up.
Eyewitness News Sports is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers.
Well, a big change at the top for the Boston Red Sox, David.
A little shakeup.
Yeah.
It's caught people by surprise a little bit. Haywood Sullivan, longtime general partner of the Boston Red Sox, has been bought out by the JRY Corporation, the majority partner of the team. This makes John L. Harrington now the majority owner.
The same partnership will exist, Bob. There's no difference, and if anything should have happened to me, the club goes on. In fact, a lot of people in baseball don't realize that these, regards to the adversities of player signings, financial deals, and that are making it difficult for clubs to operate, baseball will survive it. And this operation here was just a partner who is leaving the premises. That's all.
All right, that's it. The Hartford Hellcats have great ambition, great drive, love to promote their product. But an embarrassment was created involving Larry Bird. Bird handled it very well. The Hellcats will be more careful. The Hellcats are off to a great start. Folks enjoyed the show Saturday in Hartford. The team won a thriller. What the team didn't need was an ad in yesterday's Hartford Courant stating that Larry Bird would play with Magic Johnson's promotional team next month in Hartford.
I'll have to accept all the responsibility on that, and because I don't want to point any fingers, but there's some ads that weren't signed off on, and it should have really said that, anticipated or scheduled to appear, as you normally do with these celebrity things, because we're still not sure exactly what the final roster is. So if we,
or maybe not mentioned at all?
Yeah, I think that might have been all right, too.
So there was Larry Bird on his night addressing the misinformation.
I've been hearing a rumor around here tonight that Magic Johnson's got some type of all-star team traveling around playing some games, and my name was included that I was going to play. I will never play basketball again unless it's just out here shooting around. My days are over. I've been very proud and very uplifted that I played for the Boston Celtics for 13 years.
Every time that you try to do something, Dave, you kind of stick your neck out. And if you're not willing to take some risks and try to get some people in here to play those games, then I think we're doing a disservice to the public. So I apologize about Larry not playing, but I'm not going to apologize about trying to get him play.
That was Rich Coffey, the general manager of the Hellcats. So Larry won't be suiting up, and how can he? Number 33 is up in the rafters of the Civic Center. Anyway, he had a nice night. The Celtics did not. They were run out by the Pacers, 102-71. They were never in it, and that's enough of that one. It was just one of those dreadful nights you'd like to forget. The Big East Basketball Conference is in an expansion mood. The league is considering inviting West Virginia, Virginia Tech, Rutgers, and Temple into their little league. The 49ers simply destroyed the Saints last night, 42-7, with Dallas hurting so badly. Suddenly, San Francisco is looming large in the NFL. Not that they are that far away, but Steve Young is throwing the ball and running the ball as well. Again, that final 42-7. So when you're talking pro football, you better include them again.
All right, we'll be happy to.
Okay.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you for joining us at 6 o'clock once again.
Have a good night.
And now, a WFSB editorial.
Hartford's mayor and city council, repudiated by the voters and turned out of office, seem hell-bent on confirming the wisdom of that decision. The outrageous gift of $150,000 to the outgoing city manager from a city that can't buy enough books for its school children is not, as a spokesman for lame duck Mayor Carrie Perry said, stick-it-in-your-face hardball politics. It's larceny. It's also illegal, according to the city's lawyer, who should take immediate steps to retrieve the money and reverse the lame duck council's appointment of the deputy city manager to succeed Mr. Standback. Mayor Perry promised a smooth transition from her administration to that of the newly elected mayor. By doing the opposite, she will be remembered not for anything she achieved while mayor, but for her graceless leave-taking. I'm Chris Royce for Channel 3. We'd like to hear from you.